I'm going to break away momentarily to bring a special guest on the program, Congressman Jason Chaffetz, who's been leading various hearings in Congress recently and is a leading Republican. Congressman, welcome to the program.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Here's what we've seen so far this morning. I'd like your comment. Hillary Clinton has pushed forward the birther issue, and it appears that Donald Trump is about to address that issue again. We've been saying that that could be a win politically for Hillary Clinton, because she's now directing the course of the debate. What say you, sir?
No, I think it's her off message as well. Look, she has a severe credibility problem. She has a problem with her stamina and her ability to become the President of the United States. And she, Hillary Clinton, is talking about a birther issue. Do you think anybody in America really cares about that? I think Donald Trump will put this behind him. He probably should have put it behind him a long time ago, but put it behind him, move on. But I think it makes her look silly and petty.
Are you going to allow her to put the email problem behind her?
Well, she created this problem. We have a duty and an obligation to follow what is potentially one of the largest breaches of security in the history of the United States State Department. And, of course, we're going to pursue it. I think the seminal question here is, why are all these people that worked for her having to plead the fifth? With a case that is not going to be prosecuted, shouldn't she be telling them to look into the camera, have her look at the camera and just tell them, you know what? Just tell the truth. Just tell the truth.
On this program, Judge Napolitano, I'm sure you're familiar with our friend the judge, he has said that Senator Grassley has seen the emails which the FBI had. And he says they are earth-shaking, but we can't see them ourselves. Voters can't see it. How are we going to get to see these emails? Can't Senator Grassley stand up with the protection of the Senate floor and say, this is what's in them?
Well, that's why we issued a subpoena. We appreciate the FBI putting out, this is unclassified communication at this point. It's unclassified documents. They put out a portion of them. Why aren't they putting out all of them? They should be available under the Freedom of Information Act, but when Congress asks for them, they won't let us see them. And they should not redact the personal identifiable information. That's not classified information. Put it out there, and they should have done that a while ago.
But this endless stonewalling. I mean, our viewers are really frustrated about all of this. There's clearly a scandal, but we can't get to the bottom of it, and nobody actually pays the price.
Well, I come to a different conclusion than the FBI director does about intent, but when the FBI director testifies and tells us that he didn't look at the House equities, he didn't look at whether or not Hillary Clinton lied under oath, then we have a duty and obligation to pick up that baton and get to the bottom of it. We are self-critical in the United States. That's what differentiates us from the rest of the banana republics out there. We look at these things in order to fix them and make sure they get better, not worse.
I don't know which side of the fence you're on. I know you're a Republican, but I don't know whether you're with Trump or lukewarm to Trump. I don't know where you stand.
I have endorsed them. I was originally following and encouraging Marco Rubio, but Donald Trump's our nominee, and compared to Hillary Clinton, my goodness.
But wouldn't you like to see him this morning abandon this birther thing, put it to rest in a couple of sentences, and then get on with the business of telling us about prosperity and growth? Wouldn't you like to see that?
Exactly. So this whole notion that Hillary Clinton has, somehow she has now put all the spotlight back on Donald Trump. All the networks are covering and looking at Donald Trump, which is exactly what he needs going into these.
Yeah, but it's the birther issue that keeps coming up. And
I wish he had dismissed it a long time ago, but shame on Hillary Clinton for bringing this up again. I mean, really? All the things in the world, that's what she thinks is wrong? Come on.
One other thing that we've been saying on this program, we say a lot of stuff. We're very opinionated.
Yes.
I am a very opinionated
You don't lack
guy.
it for
I'm very sorry about that,
yeah.
but I am. I think that the biggest political mistake of this entire season has been Hillary Clinton and the deplorable statement. You join me in that?
Oh, absolutely. That is so offensive to so many people, veterans. I mean, across everybody. And she said it was such vile. It was just watch the tape, and I think she really does believe it.
The Trump supporters have grabbed that label. There are deplorable T-shirts. There's the adorable deplorables group. I mean, now that's a win, because that turns it against Hillary Clinton and makes humor out of it. That's a win.
Yeah, she should have never said that, but I think she does believe it. And you just watch the video of her saying it, and it's very frustrating, because we got to be talking about real things, and she's out there trying to demean a whole section of our population, trying to divide us instead of unite us. That's the difference.
Will Donald Trump win Utah?
Oh, yeah, I think unquestionably he will. I know earlier some of the poll numbers
were wobbly.
Look, we haven't voted for a Democrat since 1964. We're a little smarter than to switch horses now. Certainly not for Hillary Clinton.
What do you make of his surge? Sustainable? Because he's 5 points up in Ohio, 3 points up in Florida. Double digits up in Arkansas, 4, I think, up in Nevada.
Yeah. People are looking...
It's his election to lose at this point, isn't it?
Yeah, look, Ed knows far better than I do, but people look for authenticity. They look for energy and excitement. Hillary has who are the Hillary Democrats? What do they stand for? There's not the energy that you saw with Barack Obama. I think people want authenticity. They don't want somebody from Washington, D.C. They don't want a career politician. And so when you go into the heartland and you talk to people who work that, second shift at the late at night, they want somebody who's going to look out for them, put America first, and make the country great again. And that's exactly what Donald Trump communicates.
Go back a year, say go back 18 months.
Yeah.
Did you believe that we would have a candidate from the Republican Party who has a radically different foreign policy, a radically different immigration policy, a radically different tax policy? Did you see this coming?
No,
nobody else did.
I thought there's no way Donald Trump is getting through all of these different hurdles along the way. But what's amazing about Donald Trump is he has attracted literally millions of new people into the system. In Nevada, where I campaigned with Marco Rubio for days on end, he got twice. There were double the number of people that showed up at those caucuses than there were just 4 years ago. Double. So he's bringing millions of new people into the system, and that's good for Republicans.